Hello there. We will learn in this video how to create a prompt for our audio board. So the first paragraph that you are seeing here is the basic summary of the board. In this, you will assign the name of the board that is representative of this company. And you will assign the duties like it has to show you the appointments, what its tone should be. It should be casual or friendly, or it should be a professional tone, right? And also, you can give a basic summary of this script to the board, just to make him understand what he is about to say. Okay, so let's hop into the first part of the part. That is dialogue between the human and the part. Starting from the stream the call. That is when the lead will pick up the form. Okay, first thing, let us first discuss what is the syntax. The syntax of this part that you have to keep, that you have to make sure that the format has to be followed. So these are the small brackets. In the small bracket, we add the commands. Commands mean anything that you are telling the bot to do or anything that the bot triggers. Means what he has to do in such scenarios, right? I'll discuss in detail in the further part of the video, but for now there are two types of brackets. First is the small bracket that shows the commands, and second is the quality brackets. Quality bracket means the variable. Variable means if you want to say hello there, for example, you want to say here, first name. So you will have to add it like this. First name in camel case. Okay? So what does it mean? It will take the name of all the leads that are already present in the database and in the CRM, and it will say the actual name of every lead. That will be variable for every lead that you will be calling. Right? So for now, let's hop further. So the thing that you have to follow in the whole script is the flow. How the flow should be maintained. First was the bracket part. First was the command part. How we have to add the commands and what is the variable. Then I have to say how you have to make the flow. For the flow, you have to make sure that all the questions, all the answers of the board are complied with by another question. Right? So what will it do? It will make a flow of questions and answers between the human and the bot. Okay, and for the first part of the script, first portion of the script, we have to make sure that all the questions and answers are based on accomplishment, that the customer is providing his permission, he is interested, he wants to make an appointment. It is appointment work. Okay, so everything you want the customer to do, the customer is doing. Okay, so the first scenarios will be based, see? In this condition, we have the real estate client. So we will say, are you still selling the property of yours? So if the customer acknowledges that he is selling or showing the possibility of selling, so the bot will say this part, and then we have added another question. How many bedrooms? Then after the bedroom, the customer will provide information. Then we will ask about the square footage. If the customer will provide information about the square footage, we will ask about the renovation. How much time has been passed or how much time has the last renovation? If that information has also been provided by the customer, then we will move to the decision-making authority. Then we will attend to the customer's firms. So all these conditions are based on information, permission. So then we have the renters, owners, who are asking about the neighborhood. We are asking about the ACO, exterior, and so on. To the point that the customer is so interested that he is willing to begin an appointment. At this point, when you will reach the point of appointment, what you have to say, okay, let me check for each slot for you. Then you have to add over here a command of the slots. This is important. So when the bot will reach here, you have to add these slots. So it will go to the calendar and see what slots are available, and he will provide the available slots to the client. Okay, then we have to add a point command and so for the disconnect after the appointment has been booked. After that, you have to add all the denial part because these are also part of the scenario, because all the clients will not be so good to answer every question of yours and provide every information to you. Okay? So you have to add all that denial part also. It's just to make a flow. If the customer denies at any point, so the bot must know where it should have to go. Okay. So these are the conditions, like if the customer decides to make a flow. If the customer has already sold the property, he will ask about any property. If the customer is trying to sell in the future, he will ask the details of that particular property that he's going to sell in the future and so on. Any case that you want to add by according to your business, it is pro telecustomers, and you can edit it by yourself. So this was the basic introduction of the bot. how you have to make it first the acknowledgement part, then the denial part, and you have to make sure the commands are added. See you then. Just a basic summary: the introduction, the commands, the creating message. Every message is accompanied by a question. After the question, you have to make the acknowledgement portion. Then the denial part, and also these are important: the commands that you have to add when the bot has to go towards the slots, the appointment portion, and also the disconnect. And at the end of the portion, you will just disconnect if the customer has it. The denial is talking about anything who wants to cut the call. You will add this condition and disconnect the call. Again, so this was the basic interface that you have to follow, just to create a basic word for your business.